You ever watch someone swing so hard at history, they knock themselves out? Let's talk about Sonny Hostin. You know, the TV host, lawyer and vocal Democrat who's never shy about dragging America through the mud when it comes to slavery, race, and reparations. Always ready with a hot take about how people today owe for the sins of yesterday. How some folks need to sit down, shut up, and pay up because of their ancestors. Well, history just called her bluff. On an episode of Finding Your Roots, Sonny found out something she wasn't ready for. Her ancestors weren't just the enslaved, they were also slave owners. Not down south, in Spain, not picking cotton, owning lives. Now you'd think that kind of news might humble someone, right? But not Sonny.
I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living.
Sonny Hostin, who I think is truly the nastiest woman on television and a genuine racist and not that bright, despite her law degree and everything else. She found out a little bit, you know these TV shows where they tell you a little bit about your family history and your ancestry? She found out some stuff about her ancestors that, well, take a look.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, you know, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living, on the backs of others.
Gad, her genealogy test came back negative. Yeah, she's related to slaveholders. What are we gonna do? Should Whoopi flog her on the show? Sit on her? What do we do? What do we do?
She sat there with that awkward smile, trying to act like it didn't hit her square in the pride. "Oh, that's interesting," she muttered, like she just found out she had a cousin who liked jazz. But everybody watching knew that wasn't just egg on her face, that was the whole damn omelet. Because when you spend years telling people that their family's past defines their present, when you attack others for historical sins that they never committed, you better be ready when that spotlight swings back around. But that wasn't even the biggest twist. Sonny also learned about a black ancestor of hers named Cummings, a man born into slavery who lived to see freedom. And when he did, he didn't waste time pointing fingers. He registered to vote. And not just once, he kept voting. And here's where it gets real uncomfortable. He voted Republican, over and over. Now, if you only know politics by today's headlines, that might seem confusing. But dig just a little into history and it makes perfect sense. The Republican Party was founded to fight slavery. It was Abraham Lincoln's party, the Emancipation Proclamation, the Civil War, the amendments that freed the slaves and gave them rights. Those were Republican moves.
July 1867. Dean Harris, who makes oath as follows: I, Dean Harris, do solemnly swear in the presence of Almighty God that I will faithfully support the Constitution. What? And obey the laws of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, encourage others so too. Signed, Dean X. Harris, sworn to and subscribed before me, Register of the 25th Registration District. Did he vote?
He registered to vote.
Meanwhile, the Democrats, they were the party of the Confederacy, the party that passed the Black Codes, the party that resisted Reconstruction, the party that birthed the KKK to terrorize black voters, many of whom, like Cummings, were Republicans. Those are facts, not opinions, not spin, documented, archived, inconvenient truths. But what does Sonny say about that? Nothing, no reflection, no accountability, just more of the same rhetoric. And here's the problem. We live in a time where too many people use history like a weapon, selective memory, twisted facts, edited timelines to shame, silence, and divide. And when the story doesn't go their way, they skip that chapter. But history doesn't skip you. It doesn't care about your politics, your skin color, or how many hashtags you throw around. It tells the truth, whether you like it or not. Now let's be clear, no one's responsible for what their ancestors did. You're not guilty for your last name. You're not owed because of your bloodline. What matters is what you do now, with your voice, your vote, your values. Sonny's ancestor, Cummings, understood that. He didn't wait for reparations. He didn't demand apologies. He exercised his rights. He shaped the future by showing up, speaking out, and voting his conscience, even when the world around him wanted him silent and scared. That's power. That's legacy. So maybe instead of rewriting history to fit an agenda, we need to read it, face it, and learn from all of it. Not just the parts that make us feel righteous. Because here's the truth. We're all carrying something from the past. But if you keep using that past to beat people down instead of lifting them up, then you're not helping heal anything. You're just trading chains for microphones. You don't have to like it. You don't even have to agree. But history don't care about your feelings. And at the end of the day, you just ran headfirst into the filthy wall.
Bye.